All right, let's be real for a second. Our parents bought property for what seems like pocket change. But now prices are crazy, and for a lot of young adults, owning a home could seem impossible. But don't stress, I'm gonna break down why this is happening, and more importantly, what you can do to actually make homeownership a reality. Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll have a complete game plan. Let's dive in. All right, starting off with a little history here. Back in 1984, the average home price was around $74,000 and the average income was around $22,000. Fast forward to today, the median home price is around $450,000, but incomes have only gone up to about $75,000. That means home prices have jumped way faster than what people are earning. This is why it feels impossible to buy. A home used to cost about 3 to 3.5 times what the average income was. Now it's closer to 6 or 7 times what your income is. So yeah, it's not just in your head, it is actually harder to own a home. All right, so what makes homes so expensive? Well, there's a few big things. The first one is that there's not enough homes. There just aren't enough homes to go around. In 2019, we were already short around 3.8 million homes, and that gap has only gotten worse. More buyers and fewer homes equals skyrocketing prices. The second reason is wages haven't kept up. Since 2000, home prices have gone up 162%, but incomes only around 78%. So homes are getting expensive way faster than people are getting raises. We all know this, we all feel this. It is painful. And the third reason is that there are some higher interest rates right now and inflation. Mortgage rates have shot up, which makes monthly payments a lot higher. Plus, everything costs a little bit more now, so even your first home isn't as cheap as what it could have been. So I was talking to one of my lending partners the other day, and I asked him straight up, what would it take for somebody, income-wise, to go and buy a $500,000 house? What he said was around $110,000. Which is good because they normally don't give me a straight answer, but he said it was around $110,000 of household income per year. Now to put that in perspective, the median household income in the United States is, like I said, around $74,000, which means the average person is way under that number. That's why so many buyers are struggling right now. And here's the crazy part. Just last year, that number that somebody had to bring home in order to afford the same house was around $90,000. But because of rising interest rates, that required incomes to keep climbing. So yeah, it's tough, but there are ways to work around it. All right, now let's talk about Fort Lauderdale specifically, because in this market, it's a whole nother beast. If you're a young adult looking to buy in Fort Lauderdale, let's be real, $500,000 is your starting point or close to it for something you actually like. Sure, you can find a condo or a small fixer-upper for less, but if you want a move-in ready home in a solid neighborhood, you're probably looking closer to like $600,000 to $800,000. Even townhomes and condos close to the beach or downtown in a walkable area are pushing $500,000 and up. And that's before you even factor in things like HOA fees, flood insurance, things like that. So what does that mean? It means getting creative. Maybe looking at duplexes where you can rent out a unit to help with a mortgage, or considering neighborhoods that aren't as trendy but are up and coming. If you're flexible, there's still ways to make it happen. All right, now that we know why it's tough, let's talk solutions. If you're serious about buying a home, here's some moves that you can make. The first thing you can do is save smart and build credit. Start saving for that down payment and work on boosting your credit score. Obviously, a higher score equals a lower mortgage rate. The second thing is to look into first-time homebuyer programs. This is something that your lender can help you do, but there are special loans, grants, and programs out there that will assist you with your down payment and even reduce your monthly payment. You just have to know where to look. The third thing you can do is to expand your search. Instead of looking in the most popular areas and expensive areas, check out up-and-coming neighborhoods where prices are still reasonable. You might even find a place that is kind of a hidden gem that will have the ability to appreciate over time. The last thing is to consider house hacking. I love this topic. It's just super interesting to me, but buying a duplex, buying a triplex, or even a single family home with an extra room to rent out can seriously help you offset your mortgage payments. Listen, I know it's frustrating. Buying a home today is way harder than it was for previous generations, but it's not impossible. If you have a plan, explore all of your options, and you're smart with your money, you can still make it happen. And if you need some help or some guidance getting through this process, you can always reach out. My phone number and all of my contact details are in the description of this video. I'll see you in the next one.